This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so first thing, what is BPM? So, before going to discuss about BPM, first we need to know. So, initially, 2, 3 years back or 5 years back, we are going with a Java.NET. Right now, also, so many people are going with Java.NET to develop different kind of applications. Okay, so C++, CPP, after the Java. So, we are talking about C, CPP, Java. So, completely coding level is there. So, using this code, we can implement on both like desktop applications as well as like web applications and web portals or everything. But apart from this, like if you want to automate this code, we need some tools. Okay, so no one can do all the coding. It will take more time to do application design and all. So to overcome these problems, they have introduced the different kind of tools. And that is a BPM tool. One is the important tool is the BPM tools. So in market, we have so many BPM tools. In market, we have so many BPM tools. So BPM tools are there from last 10, 15 years also. But still from last 5 years or 6 years, it was like it has very good, like very, very good market. I can say so many clients who are in Java, who are in C, who are in .NET, they are migrating to completely, they're converting their application to BPM. Why? Because maintenance is easy and security is very high and it is very cost effective. You can change implementation time also very less. So these are the factors are there. That's what so many people are coming to the BPM tools. Okay, so in the BPM tools we have so many, but first one is a Pega. It is the topmost BPM tool. The first place in, and second one is Appian. Okay, so third one is IBM BPM, Oracle BPM, JBPM, and we have TIPCO. It is also come under BPM, I think, and Codisk and OpenText, and we have different BPM tools. I'm not sure about it exactly all the, but out of all, these two are very, very popular in the market. In the current market, from last 5 years, we compare. So these two are very, very popular. So many clients, like right now, we have just consider we have a 10 banks or 10 insurance companies or 10 banking sectors companies are there. So out of 10, maximum 9, out of 10, maximum 9 companies are in Pega and Appian. So they are using Pega or Appian for their internal operations. Okay, where we can use BPM exactly. What is mean by this Pega and Appian? So I can say it's a BPM, right? Better business process management. It is a tool. Okay, so these tools are designed on Java. These two, Appian or Pega, you can consider these tools are designed on Java. Means their internal coding. So when you drag the any component, when you are using this tool, internally which language they have used means a Java language they have. That's why these two tools are very, very popular. You know, Java is how much popular out of all languages. Yes, guys. So out of all, Java is very, very popular, very secure, very fast, and very easy to develop application, very easy to change. And similarly, these tools also same, but here you won't write any code. In Pega, it's completely zero coding. Okay. And coming to Appian, there is a coding, but the coding should be completely 30 to 40% coding should be there. Okay, that coding should be internally depends on their functions, their components. They have given function, they have given components and all. You can do drag and drop, but again you want to do customization. Means you want to change anything as per your requirement, as per your logic. Okay, you want to display something else, but you need a condition. You have to write a condition with the code. The code is completely, it depends on internal components and functions. It's not related to any other language, its own language. So they can say like this is an APN, they can say it is a sail language, sail code. Sail nothing but self-assembling, name itself it is saying self-assembling interface layer. Means you can assemble all the components or else all the functions. Okay, you can assemble all the function or components to create your own page or any logic. okay, within your project. So that is nothing but a sale. It's not kind of a long language. It's not a language. This it is a sale code, we can say. Why? Because internally we have so many functions and all. Using that, you are writing your own code. That's what they have given a name as sale code. Okay, that we can use in Appian. And remaining like process models and all, nothing but like you want to create a flow, you want to write anything, you want to create a end user form. So in such cases, you have to go with the different drag and drop mechanisms. But out of all, if you want to do customization, always go with Appian coding. That is nothing but a sale code. Clear? So why we go for Appian? So before that, I want to introduce a BPM. BPM nothing but a business process management. So so generally, I can say one example. So it's common example from our end. So first one is a business, second one is a process, third one is a management. Okay, business process management. So so I can say like first one is a process. You know what is mean by process? For example, you want to start any flow, or you want to when you go for bank, you want to request a bank account. Like you want to create a bank account, or else you lost your internet connectivity, you can call to your act fiber net, or else you can call to any geo network or any other network. You can raise a complaint. Okay, who will raise a complaint? You won't raise a complaint, you just call to them, they can raise a complaint. Means you are starting a flow there. Okay, behalf of you, someone can start the flow, that is a customer guy or any store guy or anything. Okay, the particular person can start the flow. Means so they have to start a process, they have to start a process. So I can say process is a step by step activity. Yes guys, step by step activity, or else you can say series of steps. Series of steps. For example, when you call to the customer, you can raise a request, then after you can get a message, so they need an approval, then you can do follow up, you can get frequent messages. Means it's kind of operations, like frequent operations. So for particular process, or else you can say a series of steps. So when you need these kind of processes, like anywhere you can use, not only single one, you can go to the hospital management or any kind of application in real time. When you go to the hospital, they can take the patient information as a request. After that, you go for the doctor and checkup, and everything will be recorded and kind of in a flow. Okay, why? Because second time when you go to the hospital, then you can say your phone number or name, they can find your details very easily, they can give a discount or anything. Okay, so there they can follow the series of steps. Means they are following like any process, nothing but any activity or any flow you can consider here. So first you need a process for any business. So once you know the process what to do and all, then you have to maintain that. You have to maintain that. How you maintain in a business point of view? So you have to improvise. Like for example, a management is there. So here the word called management. When how you manage your process, that is an important here. How you manage your process. Okay. So for example, in the first day you have created a request. After that, in the second day you want to improvise, like you want to add few fields, or else you want to maintain the particular data, or I want to optimize every day to give a best service to the customers. So always a management is required. Here management I can say like you can say like DBMS, database management system. Means DB, nothing but a database where you can store the data. So how you manage, there is a kind of rules, right? You have to write some code, SQL, and you need some rows and columns, everything. Some standard structure was there. Similarly, here also, when you are maintaining a process, you have to follow some structure. Like you have to go with the business rules, you have to go with interfaces, you have to have process design, you have some flow actions, and all these things. So you have to maintain some rules to maintain your processes. Okay. So for that, management word will come into the picture. So third one is a business. So here you can say rules, business rules, which will apply on process to maintain your business. The third one is a business. So using this, like when you create a process, in any business, so with the best possible rules, finally you will get some profit, right? Like some business is going on, customer will get profit from hospital, or else a particular guy who requested for bank account, or who requested for a complaint. Okay, so they get some profit from the organization. Similarly, you also get a profit as a business person. You will get a money. So these are the things will happen in the particular process. So before going to that, I want to show you like why we go for this. Means what is meant by business process, exact definition. So I can tell you the real one example. So you can consider an Amazon. Okay, Amazon. So are they following a business process or not? Just we can check, because you can apply these 6 rules in anywhere, whatever I'm discussing here. So first one is event. My regular example is event, activities, decisions, okay, and resources, and actors, and outcome. Okay, so I can say 1 minute. If any process in the market or in any business, if my business is following these 6 factors, if my business is following these 6 factors, if it is satisfying these 6 factors, I can say that is nothing but a business process. That is the simple definition I can say. So any process or any business is following, or any business is satisfying these 6 factors, I can say that is nothing but a business. So example, so take any example. So Amazon, for example, you have an account in Amazon, you can open the particular browser, you have select iPhone 11. Okay, so then you can give an address and everything, and you can generate a particular order. Means you can request for that particular product. Requesting a product. Can you please mute yourself? Okay. Requesting a product. Create a request, right? For example, for a product. Okay. Creating a request, nothing but event. Means without request, there is no business for Amazon. So first, the business will start from your end as a customer. So right now, you are creating a request with your account, you done payment and everything completed. You are finally one event is generated. I can consider select from selection to the payment. I can consider as an event. Okay, once event is generated, so Amazon get to know the product is created, means the request is created from your end. So they will search the product in their inventory, and they will decide to whom to delivery and what time they want to delivery, and completely some background activities will be performed. Okay, like packaging. Okay, and they will decide a vendor, which vendor they want to. Okay, place and time. Okay, completely they have a complete information. And so for example, the product is available in Delhi, or else the product is available in Bangalore, they want to shift to Mysore. Okay, so they can shift from a day to here. They will decide like flight or anything, any bus or any vehicle, any transport is required. So some background activities will be performed internally when you create an event. After that, you can make a decision, or they can make a decision. For example, while delivering the product, they lost some product, or else in the middle of the product delivery, you can call to the customer, you can deny, that means you can cancel that particular product. Means from your end also, from their end also, they can make any decision. From your end also, you can make any kind of decision, like cancel, or else you can ask. Okay, you can ask other address. Okay, you have a possibilities to change anything before delivering the product. Clear? So you can have a possible decision you can take. And resources, means from their end they can have different resources: the packaging, the package, the box, and vehicle, and fuel, and whatever they are using in the back end to maintain your details, product details, everything is come under the resources. From your end, a laptop. Okay, clear guys? Can you please mute yourself? So laptop and everything will come under the resources. Okay, you can use a resources as a means to maintain your details and all, like your vehicle, everything will come under the resources. Whatever you are using to deliver the product or to book the product, so you have to use the resources. Okay, if it is directly or indirectly, so which is useful for delivering the product, you can, those are come under the resources. And fifth one is actors. So who are the actors here? Who are involving directly or indirectly? Okay, like customer who is booking an order, that is an actor. Who are delivering the product, the packaging guy, the maintenance guy, the vendors, everything like who are maintaining, or who are involving directly or indirectly, those are all come under actors, like customer here I can say, and others who are involving directly indirectly to deliver this. And finally, what is the outcome here? The product to the customer. Okay, and profit or money or reputation or anything you can say. Okay, or reputation, product, anything you can consider in the business terms. Okay, so once event, without event there is no activities, there is no decision, there is no resources, there is no outcome. Means you are starting a flow, so till end the flow, so many people are involved, so many resources are involved, so many decisions are made, so many activities are performed in the back end. So these are all under these are all come under the business process. So whenever your process is satisfying, means whenever your business flow is satisfying these six rules, so I can say that is nothing but a business process. So how you maintain this one? That is nothing but a business process management. Clear? So you can take any example apart from this Amazon. You can take like interview process. Okay, conducting a drive, nothing but event. Yes, I am conducting a weekend drive for my company. It's nothing but an event. After that, before conducting the drive or after conducting the drive, once you announce the drive, you have to perform some background activities. Like you have to make sure like how many people are coming, how many are shortlisted, how many pens and papers are ready, so how many question papers are ready for aptitude test, other different kind of. So many background activities means who are coming for interviews, who are coming for the afternoon session, the morning session, like different kind of activities will be performed once you decide the event. After that, you can make a decision before or after. Like once you made a decision, you can cancel a product, you can shortlist the candidate, or you can ask them to wait for 1 hour, or else once interview is completed, you can reject them, you can select them. There is different kind of activities or decisions will be performed. So here resources means come under whatever you are using, whatever the candidates are using to come for the interview. So that's all come under the resources. Then actors should be like who are coming for interviews, who are taking interviews, who are involved like HR, security space, everything come under the act. The finally outcome, the particular the offer, the job offer for the interviewers, like who are coming like students or anything, and what the company will get the best candidates. Using that, they will get a business. Means they can showcase to the customers, they can get a projects, and based on that, they can have a business. After that, the profit will come automatically. So you can apply the six rules in anywhere and any project. So if it is satisfying, there we can fit our business process management tools like Appian. So here in these cases, you can maintain Appian to maintain in the backend operations. That would be easy. Okay. So now coming to this next one, I want to give an overview of it, whatever we have discussed here. So here the definition of the business process management should be like this. Like business process management is the discipline of improving a business process from end to end, analyzing it, modeling it, and how it works in different scenarios. You have to think when you're designing, like you have to think from which sources you have to be. So what are the different scenarios we have to follow to improvise our business or to improve our business? Okay, and executing improvements and monitoring the improved process. Yes, you have to execute daily and you have to monitor your business. Why? Because there is competency, like So if there are multiple competitors are there, always you have to think about improve of your existing business, then only the customer will come, and then only the outcome will come very easily and very faster. So continuously optimizing it means continuously improving your complete business process. Okay, so Appian is also one of the BPM tool to create these kind of application which will give you a faster results. Okay, clear. So Appian is completely a BPM suite. So here a BPM suite, like I can say, like ESP developers are involved who can develop our applications. Okay, and business analyst who can give the requirements before getting an applications, and workers and managers means that I said, like in the bank, the banking people, in the customer support team, like the customer support team, everyone they can collaborate with your application. So once business analyst will give your requirements, based on that, with the client of with the client requirements and all, the developers and administration that can create and maintain your application. Once it is done, our workers or managers, nothing but users, they can use your application. It's very easy. You can modify anything based on the business analyst requirement, then it would be applicable to the workers or managers. They can access easily with the latest changes too. And why we go for Appian instead of other tools? So why means maintenance is very easy. Appian application development you can build anywhere. It is a completely cloud based software, or else like we have a on premise also. Most of the cases we can say it's cloud based. Why, I'll tell you. So first you can build the project. Once you build the project, you can launch your project anywhere. For example, once you launch the project, that would be available for everyone. That would be available for everyone. You can use from anywhere. Either you can use from your laptop or anything you can use. Once you build the project in a cloud, you can deploy the project in a cloud. That would be useful, or that will be available for all the clients or all the customers who can access that. So once you build, and again there is some changes are required. Yes, you can change anytime. So that is what the BPM is very popular, and RPN BPM also very popular. Why? Because when you go for Java and all, if you want to do changes, it will take more time. It will take more time, and you need more resources, and so many coding should be required to do application design and all. But in this Appian BPM tool, there is no much. So 30 to 40% coding that should be completely depends on the internal components and all. You have to think logically, and you have to implement where we want to implement which component. You have to decide that. You have to write your own logic. Okay, so you can change an application, that would be easy. And one thing I said, like APN supports for BPM, nothing but already I said business process, how we manage and all. So here case management, there is nothing else in the case management. Case management, nothing but it's a single record. You are maintaining all the details at one place. Okay, for example, going to any bank, account management, or going to any customers portal, that any request you have created. So complete your request will be at one place, like request, update, and everything should be at one place. Means they will consider your request as a case, each case. In Pega, it's completely different. So they can maintain a cases wise. Because in Appian, there is no live but internally it supports the case management. Okay. And apart from that, mobile application development. There is no need of mobile application development. Why? Because already they have built-in apps. You can use that built-in apps directly for your application. So no need to create, no need to hire Android developers also. It's not at all required. Okay. And here I said a process flow, right? How you create. So for creating a process flows in Appian, we can use a process model. I'll tell you what are the objects and all in the coming classes. So, so process flow, nothing but whatever is there. So how you start, and you can drag the complete components here. So from the starting point, I can give a form to the user. I can make a decision if it is approved or rejected. I can go to the next step. I can wait for some time. So based on our business flow, whatever the requirements I got from the particular BA, okay, business analyst, based on that, I can create a business flow here using a process model object in Appian. It is one object to create a business flow. On top of this business flow, you can configure how it will execute, where it is available, to whom it is available. These are the points you need to consider once you decide the process flow. Clear? So after creating a process flow, you can give to the any end users. But for that, we need to use some applications, right? Like some portals. So that's what I'm introducing here. Like different portals are there in here. So like Tempo is one, Aside is one. But regularly we can use Tempo. In a Tempo, Tempo is nothing but end user portal. Okay. We'll talk about deeply clearly in the next classes. Right now, it's not required in the demo. So in a Tempo where they have a 5 tabs, like for the records, reports. So you want to display the record, you can use that. You want to display a record, you can use the Tempo. So where the people can, where the customers can start the flow from the Tempo actions, they can start a flow. Okay, so the sample screenshots of this particular Tempo should be like this for reporting, for managing the request, and task will be assigned. So everything should be like this. Okay, and here I can say once you create a project, and once if you create a project that would be available for any device, you can use from iOS or you can use from Android or you can use from tab or anything. It's a dynamic responses will be created and no need to create extra development and all. It's at all not at all required. Appian can take care of it. Okay, so I said right. So complete case management you can maintain like this in the records, the particular product details, everything you can maintain at one place. And so the information will be collaborative. Like in Appian, there is a one tab called a news tab. So using that, you can send a message. You can have a updated information, everything in a news. When you are deploying a project and when you are downloading a project, everything, whatever you are doing in activities, you can link with the news. So that will give you the information to others, customers, what you are doing. So what is going on in our application, everything, the updates will be coming here. So when you integrate with news, by default functionality, it was okay. So here I said a news. Okay, so already process model like creating a process, but in the process model, when you are opening an account, when you are creating a request, the particular form you need to fill, right? You have to give your name, first name, last name, your ID, your details, and from when you are getting a problem of internet and all, everything you should give as of details. So to give a details we need a forms, right? Generally in other languages you can use HTML, okay, JavaScript and CSS. I don't know exactly what they are using. Like JavaScript, CSS, HTML, different kind of mechanisms they can use to create a particular form. But in Appian, it's not required. It's a directly drag and drop functionality. Here you want to do customization, you can do again. And directly you can have a drag and drop. There is a one object was there, that is nothing but interface, nothing but a form. So you create a form directly. There is an option you can do drag and drop. Then you can create a form, like give a first name, last name, everything. You can map the details. So in Java, in other languages, you need to create a classes to create to hold the details whatever you are collecting from the HTML form. Here also some kind of tool inputs are there. So based on that, we have to create a form. So once you create a form, user can collect the details. Means you can give the details. That would be going to the next. Okay. So next one should be, it would be available for anyone. It would be available for anyone. And so first, finally, I want to say, so when you are coming to this Appian BPM, so you can create an application within weeks, not in a month. Means initially for first release, I can say for us first version. If it is a bigger project, no need to worry. So whatever the first module is there, they can release within a month, weeks, not in a month, because development cost is very less, as well as and like implementation time also very less. And for example, a single project, it's not required like 50 members or 100 members, not at all required. Only 5 members or 6 members, it's enough to complete the project. If it is a banking client or any bigger client, again for different modules they can take 4 members or 5 members for each module. That is more than enough to create and to complete your application. Okay, and coming to the next one, so we are discussing completely level 1 training here. So it is our almost, I'm not sure, we are in the market from last 2 years. Okay, from 2018 onwards we have started this. See guys, here are completely, it was completely 30 days program. So Monday to Friday or else 6 weeks you can consider. So from BPM introductions to application creation, how you create a process model, okay, how you create interface, what is the application structure, what is the security of it, how you integrate the interfaces with the process model, okay, how you create actions, what are the records are there, what are the reports are there. So in entity, in a records, we will discuss entity and process records. So completely level 1 content, some of the level 2 topics also added here. Okay. So gateways, triggers, exceptions, sites, stat form, everything we can discuss here. And we have added this one also, like advanced concept like task reports, integrations and all. Okay. So many people are not covering those topics in the market. So we are still completing those things too. And one more thing I want to tell you, like, so it's completely 30 days program, right? And I forgot, like, okay, if you have any questions here, you can contact to Rishi Trainings, as well as you can contact this one. You can send an email if you have any queries. I have shared this one thing. So this is complete an application design list where you can create application. I said a form or interface or everything, right? So it should be like this. When you are creating any form, any business flow, it should be like this. There you can integrate your particular interfaces or everything. So you can drag and drop here. You can make a connection. If you know Pega, like, you can understand. So it's kind of a similar to other BPM only. So there is no much difference between all the BPMs. The common that is they can use a process and everything should be common. The configuration might be different, and the details, the object names might be different. The terminology may be different compared to Pega or Appian. Okay, and coming to next one, like here we have in Appian, we have a different level of certification was there: analyst, designer, lead designer previously. So they have changed the names right now. It should be L1, level 1, should be level 2. Means they want to update, they can go with it's level 2. Okay. Out of all, I have done these three, so except level 3. Clear? So I'm a lead designer in Appian. So I have completed L1, L2 recently. I have updated too. So L3 have not yet updated. Okay, fine. So I have completed in 2016, I think. I'm not sure exactly. Fine. Clear, guys. This is about this one, and you have to, once the training is completed, then you can able to write this one. So you can practice more once you get into the projects or anything. You can plan for L2. Why? Because minimum 3 years, 2 plus to 3 years is required. Without that experience, you cannot go to this. If you go directly, also it's not useful. And minimum L1 is required. So once our training is completed, you can able to write this one. If you need any assistance or you have any doubts, you can contact to us, or else you can come to our website. And if we are not available also, you can send a message to us or you can contact us anytime. We are free, and we are into the training, and we are into the support. We are not only giving a regular trainings, we are in corporate trainings too. We have provided so many corporate trainings till now for different vendors. Okay, so if you have any questions here, please ask me. And thanks for your attending this session on Saturday. So hope you have wonderful session.